The reality of spiritual journey is after you ascend, you descend. Let me explain. You had your spiritual awakening, wherein you realize you are living the checklist life. You are in autopilot mode. And then you started questioning, who am I? What's the essence of my life? Why did I come here on earth? And then, as part of the journey, you get into a void wherein you lose your identity and then you want to find your new identity. And in that process, you undergo to a healing journey mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Mentally, you start to examine the belief system that you acquired since childhood until adulthood. Emotionally, you start to understand and feel, or you start to acknowledge finally the emotions that you feel anxiety, sadness, anger, fear, a lot of those low frequency emotions. And then at a physical level, you start to change your lifestyle. Suddenly, you want to be healthy. Suddenly, you want movement. Suddenly, you realize you're just sitting there the entire day in a desk in front of a laptop and you question everything. And at a spiritual level, you want to find the essence, the purpose of your soul. And that can take time. It's a process. The pain, the struggle, the relationship, the toxic environment, the toxic relationship were all given to you. It's not for punishment, but for you to learn your lesson because your soul decided to come back here for its correction and its evolution. And then you go to the process. Some people took time, some people took less. The key in the healing process is instead of asking why is this happening to me? You have to ask, what is this trying to teach me? What do I need to learn from this? When you get into the mindset of asking, what do I need to learn from this situation, relationship, whatever that is that's happening in your life? You accelerate your healing journey because finally you start to be aware of the patterns. You start to be aware of the thought process. You start to be aware of the emotions. You start to be aware of the triggers. And once you start noticing all of this, that's when you integrate the learning and you slowly change things in your life. And you can see it. Everything in your outside world will also start to rearrange so you can have what it is that you desire and what your soul came here for. Now, I've said that's the ascension. You ascend, you purify yourself of all the pain, of all the lesson, and you become, that's the becoming. You go into a journey to finally find you, what your soul came here for in this lifetime. The truth is, we came here in this lifetime for our soul correction and soul evolution through the human experience. So, what is the human experience? At the end of the day, we all just want to have love. We all just want to have good relationship. We all just want to have abundance and wealth to create impact. And the difference when you've done the healing journey, and that's when I say descend, you ascend to purify yourself with all this attachment and control, and then you descend to still want the same things that you were conditioned to want. The only difference now is you're detached. You let go of control, you surrender, and you trust the timing. Whenever things are not going your way, you trust that there is a lesson and it's not for you and there's something somewhere out there better for you. And when you get into this kind of finally understanding that there is a process, understanding the process, and it's okay to desire things. You desire things because it is for you, and we all have access to all of these great things. The only difference now is you don't control, you don't get anxious when you don't get them, but you surrender and you are certain that whatever that is for you, will come to you. At the end of the day, we came here to experience life. We came here to experience the human experience. And if you are in your spiritual journey and you want to learn and share your experience, this coming August, my soul empowerment community is going live, wherein I'm going to be sharing and hosting live guided meditations. The goal is to teach you tools, techniques, daily practices that you can use for your soul evolution through human experience. And if you want to discover what are the things that you need to learn here in this lifetime, your soul correction, your soul evolution, I do past life regressions. So you understand what are the corrections, or you heal and release yourself from unfinished business in the past life. And I also do future life regression, wherein we access your future self and your future timeline so you know and you are guided in your actions, in your decisions, basically to get clarity and insight from your higher self, from your guides, because I do this through hypnosis. So you're going to see, feel, and have a sense of what your future can be if you align yourself of what that is that you came here for. For details, you can visit my website, www.mysoulempowerment.com. This is Osmarie. Until next time.